Good evening or late afternoon. Well, it's 7 p.m. I'll let you be the judge of that, but today is Friday, May 9th. It is, I just said it, 7:02 p.m. and the temperature's a pretty nice 15 degrees Celsius, and that was the Russet Street exit I just took out of Dufferin Station. There's a look at a big new development going up along Bloor Street. And I quite like this one. It's not just another faceless glass box. And those will be rental buildings. And this is the intersection of Bloor and Dufferin coming up. And this one's going to take us through three pretty interesting neighborhoods. First it'll be Bloorcourt Village, which starts at Dufferin Street. And then it'll be through Koreatown and the Annex. A couple of my favorite neighborhoods in the city. I wanted to get out and record earlier today, but I've been fidgeting with a new toy in my apartment all day, and I realize the Leafs start at 7 p.m. tonight, not 8. And I've got a busy day tomorrow and I have to wake up early, so I thought, let's just run out and record a video as we look at a sign for Bloordale. That's the neighborhood I was just briefly in. We're entering Bloorcourt Village. The main entrance to Dufferin Station is right here, well, the main two entrances. One on the right and one across the street. And that is why I chose to walk east and not west today. Because at this hour, I'd be walking west directly into the sun. Also, just to the south of here is Dufferin Mall. Perhaps at some point, I'll be able to glance into a bar and catch the score of the Leafs game. Well, tonight the Panthers were pretty heavy favorites to win, but the Leafs are up 2-0. This is a neighborhood with a fairly rich history and vibrant culture. There's a historic library, the Bloor Gladstone Library, with a much more modern addition to it. That local landmark dates back to 1912. Gladstone Avenue goes on a bit of a jog here, and it continues south right there. These are those hotly contested but very well used bike lanes. And people always say, I don't see anyone in them, but there are 8 cars there. Most of them seem to be single occupant. Well, the bike lanes can move a lot more people without looking like it. And at peak times, they do just that. And the local businesses have reported an uptick in business since they were installed. This is the north side of Bloor. This is a very diverse neighborhood. It's home to a number of Portuguese, Ethiopian, Greek, and Chilean communities. It's really got kind of an ungentrified feel to it. And there's a fascinating video online called The World in 10 Blocks, which is all about this neighborhood. You can go to theworldin10blocks.com to view it. 10 is spelled T-E-N, not 10. That talks about the hardships that some of the business owners face in this area and their sacrifices, and it gives up some interesting stories about the neighborhood. Here's a place that's been popping up all over the city, Gus Tacos. Now with a crispy chicken sandwich. A lot of people just refer to this area as Bloor and Ossington. And the Ossington station will be coming up. I wonder if that store was inspired by Scooby-Doo, Zoinks, and music and books. As I walk by the old Paradise Theater. Piano lunch special, 36 bucks. App, pizza or pasta, and dessert. I didn't see a drink on there.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
World Peace, mini donuts and ice cream. There's a Mexican spot. Oh, a new building right here. This street is Dovercourt coming up, and the area just to the north of here is known as Dovercourt Park. And I've commented about this place before, Janky's Place in New York Business Club. No doubt both places are home to some interesting goings-on. We'll just leave it at that. This area is home to a number of dive bars. There's an Ethiopian restaurant. I think you'll find the second highest concentration of Ethiopian restaurants in this area. There's 2 more. Oh, there we go, the Leafs scored.
I know.
Game literally would have just started. At first I thought a fight was breaking out. There we go, a real-time update.
We got
And there's the known music and art scene in this neighborhood. And a big popular music store is coming up on the right, Long and McQuaid. I'm getting a notification the Leafs scored 23 seconds into the game. They aren't fucking around these playoffs. There's a cafe, kind of an Amsterdam-inspired. Well, you know what goes on there. There's one of the many dive bars in the area. And we have a tip of the CN Tower sighting. Just the tip. I don't even know if the camera can pick it up, but we can see the moon. I've seen that guy selling AirPods Pros for 80 bucks before in that same spot. Maybe you want to put quotations around the name of that. Here's someone or a business starting to set up for Cafe TO. City's sidewalk patio program that runs from late spring through fall. And this is Ossington coming up. Entrance to Ossington Station is just to the north of here. Place up there is called Third Place, and it literally is a third place. Traditionally defined as somewhere other than your home or work. I think that place is new. Electric Bill? Didn't that used to be the Burdock? Where I'm seeing things. The Burdock is actually over near where I started this one. But it's a similar storefront. You got the Leafs game on in there. According to my phone, they're still up 1-0. I know it must be riveting having sports updates. For a game you already know the results of if you care.
Yeah, that at least. I was like working on that and then I kind of like gave up.
And this is Shaw Street. Another dive bar, Drinking Violet. This is a street known for having more cyclists than motorists. Someone fiddling with their camera. There's the Christie Pitts Club, or pub, and a new backroom comedy club. Maybe that's always been there, but I haven't seen that come up before. Momo Loco, dumplings. I just love how many independent, or at least in appearance, independent businesses there are in this area. There's a nice little restaurant over there, embedded in this older fine grain retail. This, I'm pretty sure, used to be a coffee time or country style way back when. I think the other side of it was a convenience store. That lady wasn't even looking to her right when she rolled that over the sidewalk. There's Christie Pitts Park. Home of the Toronto Maple Leafs Baseball Club of the Inter-County League. Well, I haven't seen that artwork before. Nice big splash of color. On the side of that old school, it's now the Bickford Center Board of Education. I thought it was an adult learning center at one point. That might still be the case. You can see my big ass shadow. One of the neat things about the Maple Leafs that play here is they're the only team in that league that doesn't charge admission. And from Bloorcourt Village into Koreatown. Back in 2007, just before I moved to Korea, I lived just north of here on Penderith Avenue. It's a super nice location near Christie Station. And this is a great area for going out, lots of great restaurants. There's a fantastic independent grocery store just north of here called Fiesta Farms, and there's a pretty good Korean one up ahead called PAT.
Yeah.
This is yet another very culturally rich neighborhood in Toronto. It started forming in the 60s throughout the 70s. Yummy Korean restaurant. Well, that place is really lined up. Zui Beer Bar there used to be a staple of the neighborhood, Clinton's. Now it's a Chinese cyberpunk theme bar. They have another location up at Yonge and Finch. There's some solid Korean food at Bukchangdong Soon Tofu. Saroksan, named after a mountain in Korea. There's another area with a high concentration of Korean restaurants north of Shepherd. But for me, this area will always be Koreatown. It's a much more walkable area, and it's got a higher concentration of places closer together. And you get Bloor Street with protected bike lanes and not a super wide Yonge Street where drivers often go 70, 80 kilometers per hour. There's PAT. And although this is called Koreatown, these days very few Koreans actually live here, but it's maintained its character throughout the years. Here's an excellent barbecue restaurant. And you get the famous walnut cakes in there. Really kind of feels what Korea would have felt like in the 80s with a lot of the signage. In the 90s and 2000s, Korea became a very neon country. Oh, I think that was that a Kinton? That was something there. I think it was an industry snack bar. These days it's very much lit up by LED lights. That was a Taco Bell KFC at one point.
Well, it's hosted these days by the rest of.
And here's probably the best restaurant in Koreatown. Let's get an update of the Leafs. Well, we missed a second celebration. They're up 2-0. Yep, duck. So we arrive at Palmerston, a very pretty tree-lined residential street. We're almost out of Koreatown. At Bathurst, we'll be crossing into downtown and entering the Annex.
This fall and get his pension.
One of my favorite places to get food here, and one of my favorite Korean dishes is served across the street at Hankook. They serve up cheese duck galbi. There's the redevelopment of Mervish Village. I think that one we saw near the start of the walk. That's all rental buildings. Home of the former discount department store Honest Ed's. There's Ari's too. That place has a giant menu. And when it first opened, they dealt with constant graffiti on this wall. It's good to see that problem has mostly gone away. And now it is 2-1. This is the kind of weather where I could just walk forever. Nice blue skies. It's really nice temperature, no breeze. Streets are probably slightly quieter than normal with the Leaf game on. All right, and yesterday, it's just occurring to me, I live streamed down Bathurst and I went east along Bloor from here on the north side of the road. So let's cross over to the south side just to make things a little different. That's me. Hello.
What's up, man? We met before.
You want to be on a video?
Oh no, I'm okay, man. But I appreciate you.
Cool. What kind of pizza you got?
I got the new special, the promo. It's a double XL pizza, 3 toppings.
How much was that?
$20, $19.99 plus tax.
Can't beat that.
So I got a dipping sauce, came with like $24.50.
Awesome.
So I recommend it. Well, big fan of your channel.
Well, cool.
I appreciate you.
Nice to meet you again.
Have a
Cheers.
good one.
Enjoy.
We met like outside Shepherd West Station one time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
All right. Cheers. Super friendly dude. Oh, I think I remember that up at Shepherd. Now we cross into downtown and enter the Annex. I'm not going to go all the way through the Annex, just to Spadina. We're 28 minutes in. Google said this would take 38 minutes. Although if I weren't recording, I'd probably have been there by now. This place will be full of people watching the game. Popper's Pub, owned by the same people as the Madison. They've got someone at the door. Nobody on the patio. There's no TV to view the game on the patio. There's the iconic Lee's Palace. It's a concert venue on the right. Sushi on Bloor. That used to be located just east of here in a 2-floor location. We're definitely watching the game in the Crafty Coyote.
Really?
And the Annex is known for its unique Annex-style houses. We've done residential tours through here. Although technically the neighborhood just to the south of here is Harvard Village. The Annex is north of Bloor. Here's a mainstay. Future Bistro. I remember when there was a Future down on Queen West. The Annex Hotel. It's a good place to get a drink, just to the south of here. And this used to be the Brunswick House. It's a very popular pub. I think that goes back to 1908. It became a Rexall pharmacy, and now it's a Value Village. And there's B&B. Another staple of the neighborhood. And that big sushi has closed or been closed for as long as I can remember, maybe 5 or 6 years. I used to go there often when I lived around here. I'm surprised that store has stayed vacant all this time. We've got 1.5 blocks to go. Well, since I'm going to Spadina Station, I could pop in to the station right here at Walbur Road, but we'll keep going to Spadina or Spadina. It's a point of contention, how to pronounce that street name.
Love you.
Oh, you can take a picture if you want.
Can I take a selfie?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
I record all day in public.
Are you live now?
Yep. Well, we're just making a video.
Thank you so much. I bought you some drinks once.
Oh, awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
I'll do it again.
You don't have to. Thank you. Cheers. I saw that guy like sneak in my picture. I was like, hey, how about I'll get you a proper picture? Well, south of here, it's Spadina Avenue, but depending on who you ask, some might say it's Spadina to the north. I read the original pronunciation was Spadina for both stretches, and it just kind of evolved into Spadina over time. Now it's at the point where people will look at you funny if you say Spadina. Potato, potato, Spadina, Spadina. And south of Bloor, the Spadina streetcar runs. Yard sale, Saturday, May 10th, noon to 5 p.m. Well, by the time this video is up, that yard sale will have come and gone. let's go into the station up here, but I'll end recording outside. I'm gonna head down to line 2, head over to Bloor and then head north up to where I live, pick up some groceries on the way.
This is where I bought my fucking GPU.
All right, I hope you enjoyed this free neighborhood walk. Bloorcourt Village, which is more of a BIA, business improvement area. Koreatown again, which is more of a BIA, and the Annex. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.